The Food Bank of Eastern Oklahoma serves 40% of Oklahoma, covering 24 counties. We visited the food bank to see how they serve this great need in our community. I am here with Jeff Marlowe, the CEO of the Food Bank of Eastern Oklahoma.
Yes.
And so I learned something new, that Oklahoma is the 5th hungriest state.
Yes.
So this is a big deal.
It is.
We have real food insecurity here in Eastern Oklahoma.
We do. That's something that Oklahoma should not be proud of, right? And we talk about leading the nation in food insecurity, and that's not something you want to lead in. You know, we want to be leading the nation that's saying that we're doing the best with feeding hungry Oklahomans. So we know that 1 in 6 Oklahomans go to bed hungry, 1 in 4 children go to bed hungry, and so that's something that we shouldn't be proud of.
And I remember during the pandemic, there was an issue with a lot of the kids that would go to school. That was sometimes their only meal, right? And so explain that to our viewers a little bit, what that means when these families are hungry.
Yeah, you know, with that statistic, the data that says 1 in 4 children, we know the reality is when children are in school, they're getting their breakfast and lunch, but what are they doing on the weekends? What are they doing during the holidays? What are they doing during the summertime when school's out? Reality is that they're probably doing without, or they're not getting the nutritional value that they need through food during those times. And so Food Bank, our partners, we're here to try to meet that call.
You've been here volunteering for quite some time, not as long as your friend, but
No.
almost as long. How long have you been volunteering?
About 10 years.
Okay. And what brought you into these doors?
When I retired, I couldn't sit at home. And one of my daughters says, "Mama, why don't you go to volunteer at the food bank? Miss Celine is there." And I came, and I really like it, and I'm just grateful she told me that.
What inspired me to work at the food bank? I was 23 years young. I was really wanting to advance myself in my culinary career. But I also had a passion for doing mission work. As a young teen, I traveled internationally doing mission work, and so I've always had a heart for helping people.
I run T-Town Tacos, which is a joint project of Youth Services of Tulsa and the Food Bank. It started about 8 or 9 years ago, and I believe it was to get the youth that have had homelessness in their background some job experience. And so the Youth Services and the Food Bank partnered up to make a social enterprise, a business that is also kind of a nonprofit charity. We make tacos, and we employ youth who have had homelessness in their past to get them some job skills and onto a more permanent position.
It means a lot for me to work here. My office is in the far north corner of the building, and I can look from my desk out my window and see the middle school that I went to and see where I came from 20 years ago into where I am now. And so, and even working with a lot of our partners like John 316 was the company that I got to travel internationally and do mission work with. And so just seeing where Tulsa and our scene comes from, especially this side of town, and not only that, but the 24 counties we serve. It's not just about North Tulsa or any particular area, but being able to give back to the community that I've been able to grow up in it's been an honor.
How big is this place?
Yeah, it's 160,000 square feet from end to end. You know, I love what you just said. When you walk out that hall right there and you look, it's 250 yards from wall to wall. And so you see that long strip and you're like, this place is huge, 3 stories tall, you know? So the capacity here is massive. And when you see it like this, you're like, really, the Oklahoma, but it puts perspective of where Oklahoma, and we're just covering 40% of the state, right?
Wow.
There's another 60% that Regional Food Bank in Oklahoma City covers. I can tell you that to completely eradicate and say that no one is going to bed hungry, and it has to be sustainable. It's not like you do it once and it's over. We're done. It's sustaining that is we would need to distribute 50 million pounds of food through our network every year, and that equivalates to 45 million pounds. It's not that many people, but that's just the amount of meals that we need to say that nobody's going to bed hungry. And so we continue to grow every year, big time, but we still got a long ways to go. But again, we're taking one bite out of that elephant at a time to do it.
For some people out there interested in volunteering, what do you have to say about the volunteering process here, and why should they?
Well, when I hear people whining about they don't have this or that, I say, come to the food bank and you'll see that you're not the only one that is in need, and you can come and volunteer.
How easy is it to come and volunteer?
Very easy. Just getting up off your buns, putting your clothes on, and mosey on down to the food bank.
To learn more or volunteer with the Food Bank of Eastern Oklahoma, visit okfoodbank.org.